sorry, the Passover is going to be right here, the 6 to 9. And this is Passover the next day. And here is first fruits, resurrection. So that's how Passover works. Passover is the 15th, Nisan 16th is resurrection of Jesus, which is also first fruits. So the preparation day for Passover is Nisan 14, and they say at 6 to 9 it was going to be darkened. So now all I'm going to confirm for you that year is that this is the vernal equinox, and that 15 days later, April 5th, we're going to have a darkening of the sky from 6 to 9. How do I prove this? So let's get to the vernal equinox of 28 AD using our program. And we'll go up to 28, and we're gonna go to April. What's our vernal equinox? The 22nd of AD. Whoops, sorry. What was it? March. On the 22nd. And we are going to want to put on markings of the equator. And why do I put the equator on? Because as you saw when I put the equator on, that is how you calculate a vernal equinox, when the sun crosses over on that day. And lo and behold, it's the beginning of spring of the biblical calendar that we talked about. And so that's how you know how to figure out the spring moment here. Nisan 1 would be that date. But in that year, it's the vernal equinox is there, and the day before is not. There's the halfway point of the sun, and not. So there's our vernal equinox for you guys to feel that. Okay. So we move it up, as I said, to the April 5th, which is 14 days later, to the April 5th there. And, sorry, got the wrong screen. April 5th. And we are looking, what are we seeing here? Well, what you might not realize is that Mercury is blocking some of the sun's light from 6 to 8. And we're going to put the sun in full view. And see from the 6th hour to the 9th hour, there was a darkening. So just so you can feel that, I'm going to back it up. There's the 6 to 9 moment that happened. You can feel it. Alright, we're going to get in here. There's 9, 8, 5, 6, and that moved away. So, there's the darkening that happened exactly when Jesus died. Pretty amazing. And it was noteworthy biblically for us to have that, to reconfirm how amazingly precise the stars are and how they line up with Christ. So hopefully that makes sense to explain that. And if this is just confirming, he is the first fruits, and he was risen from the dead on first fruits. Once again, I don't think anyone's saying that. And what happens to the stars on resurrection? April 6. Well, let's take a look. Aquarius is crossing into Jupiter, as we see. See that? Aquarius crossing into Jupiter. This is when he's, resurrected. This is just like what we were looking at for our resurrection moment at the end. Jupiter crossing right into Aquarius, beginning the age of Aquarius in 2021, as I was telling you, that Jupiter is going to do. And anyways, so we see that. And what I want to look at next is Virgo. Look at that, a little reminder that this was the virgin birth of Christ. Anyways, I wanted you to see that. And get back to our timeline. And so this is kind of important for our timeline, because if he dies before, let me just get rid of this now. If he dies before Passover, day before Passover, okay, and he's risen on first fruits, you have no 3 days of darkness. Of course, this is reiterating the fact that you don't have, this is just iterating the Jewish Passover is at hand when Jesus was first showing up in John. Just so you know, beginning and the end there. They didn't cover that one scripture there. But this point here is about covering that there was no 3 days of darkness where Jesus was in the tomb. You don't get that. He was just before Passover, and he resurrects on first fruits. You got a day, 0.5 tops. It's no 3 days. So anyways, suffice to say, there was no 3 days of darkness there, just for everyone to know, and that it was always in reference to a future event where everyone will be sorry. Like I said, that's where the 3 days of darkness happens, not at his whole after he was crucified, as so many people are erroneously convinced of. And it's kind of funny, because there are some people that actually are aware of this and kind of go, well, there's a contradiction in the Bible. He wasn't. It's not possible. It doesn't add up, the math. Yeah, those people are absolutely correct. It doesn't add up because it didn't happen then. It's speaking to a future prophetic event. So, anyways, having said that, this was just that beautiful moment where it all kind of comes together. Star signs, the 6th hour to the 9th hour. Actually, it's over here. The 6th to the 9th hour. That is an astronomical event. We got history wrapping up with the Tiberius 15th year, and giving us the birth date. The age of Jesus is about 30, which means he's 29. So it's pretty easy to kind of deduce everything. Now you can kind of see, and I'm going to dig in deeper into the wise men and what they were looking at, a lot of the scriptures that because there was a lot of it that they were really, it was blatant that they were looking for at Leo and Jupiter. So I'm going to show you some more stuff. But that kind of covers the sort of the life of Jesus there. All right, I guess we're going to be moving on to the next section here, which is the Israel Exodus section here, number 8. All right, see you on the other side.